What's up? Tell them what's
Hi
up.
everyone.
Yeah. What's up, my people? This is your girl, Sarah Owatimon, voice of courage on domestic violence and child protection. Say no to domestic violence, say no to child abuse, and say no to any type of abuse. Say no to rape, and say no to cultism. I am Sarah Owatimon, and you?
I'm Jonathan Norris.
All right, why you keeping a straight face this morning?
I'm trying.
Okay. What should we talk about today?
Well, in a recent conversation we brought up narcissism and how to spot it in a relationship, and the early warning signs so you can get out before you get too attached to this person who's trying to love bomb you, make you think, oh, you know, this person's
Can you talk a
absolutely
bit
the one.
louder so they can hear you properly?
Yeah, sure. Sorry. So, the thing about narcissists, when you meet them, it'll seem too good to be true. So they'll be very, very loving, attentive. What you'll find, they might want to get very physical with you right away, if you get what I mean. It's all kind of their plan to get you to get addicted to them as soon as possible. What you'll find then, eventually in time, the cracks in the mask start to appear. You'll see little flashes of anger, causing arguments for no reason. Then all of a sudden they're all loving and lovely again. And these can all be signs of this. Not always. Sometimes people who are struggling with depression can show similar kind of things, random mood swings, stuff like that. But the way you'll know someone is definitely a narcissist. So if they pick a fight out of nowhere and then they bring this subject up again, all of a sudden their version of events or their version of what you said is massively different to what actually happened and what was said. That's when you've got yourself a narcissist, and that's when you need to turn around and you need to run. Because if you let this happen repeatedly, eventually they'll wear you down. You'll start to think it's normal, and then it's not a good life. I've lived that life. I was in a narcissistic relationship for 12 years. By the end of it, I was quite literally traumatized, and it took me years to get over it, get over the abuse. Not trying to say I was super perfect in this relationship. I was a bit young at the time. I probably was a little bit immature. Still no excuse to be abused in that way repeatedly, over and over. To have someone who claims to love you and being all nice when, you know, if you're out at a family gathering, you're out with friends, they're being really nice and loving, caring towards
That's
you.
nothing about them, yeah.
And then behind closed doors, you're quite literally being terrorised. There's no other way to describe it. All lovely 1 minute, loving, caring. Next minute they're screaming at you over literally nothing, just something really trivial. And then it's back to being nice again, and it's what's called there is a word for it, trauma bonding. So they play havoc with your emotions to get you confused. You'll start questioning your own reality because they're quite literally telling you what you said even though you didn't say it. So you start to think you're going crazy, and you'll end up severely depressed, sometimes as bad as suicidal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That means, did you actually think of that?
I almost didn't make it.
Really?
I was very, very lucky to get out, and it took me years. It took me a long time. This is actually a bit hard for me to talk about, even though it's so long ago now. It's I remember the pain and the confusion too well. But because of it now, I can spot people like that a mile away. So forget even the slightest hint, I'm gone. I'm gone. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a new friend, you need to be the same way. Protect yourselves at all times. There's plenty of.
Sorry, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
You said you were with this lady for 12 years. That means, didn't you guys date, like dating before you got married?
Yeah.
And you didn't notice all these things in her?
I did I noticed those things, but I didn't know what it was.
Because you were in love and...
Well, I was in love, but at the same time, I didn't know what narcissism was. I just thought she was just a bit moody. She had a bit of an attitude problem.
She can change. She would change.
So when I finally found out, it was years later, well after we'd split, and I was over it. I remember seeing a video on, I think it was YouTube, talking about narcissism and what the signs are. And I was like, what's narcissism? What is, so I go online, do a bit of research, and then the more I read, the more I felt physically sick. Because I realised what it was, what I actually went through. It wasn't pleasant. Wasn't very nice to realise what had actually happened. And this is a woman who, you know, if you met her in the street, she seems lovely, charming, very nice, very friendly. She's with another guy now. She's actually remarried, but I can pretty much guarantee she'll be abusing that guy the exact same way.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about what you just said is that people that are very bad, they move on easily. As in, you move on. When did she get married? When did she be married? After how many months you split it? Yeah.
I think it was a couple of years after we split, but they were in a relationship literally 2 weeks after.
Really? How do you know?
After we split, because some of my family members put 2 and 2 together and did a little bit of spying on Facebook, and that this guy's relationship status changed to in a relationship literally 2 weeks after we split.
Really?
And we're all supposed to believe there was nothing going on.
So that means when she was with you, she was having an affair outside.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, let's go. Let's leave it.
Absolutely.
Do you know what? Let's leave it for now. So, guys, we are coming back. The next edition will be on this same topic, and he's going to talk about you. Since you don't want to talk about yourself.
No, it's fine.
Okay, he's going to talk about himself, how he got to know about the new boyfriend, if she was dating when they were together, if everything. So, guys, let's go. I remain your girl Sarah Owatime on Voice of Courage, and he still remains himself.
Jonathan Norris.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye. See you next time.
Yeah.